Hi there! Are you wanting to do 4-week gut protocol, but you're wondering, is it worth it? Am I gonna get great results out of this? And you're wondering if you can actually do it. So today I'm gonna cover 3 of my top tips for not just completing starting gut protocol, but completing it successfully and feeling amazing. So I actually just finished gut protocol today. Today is the second time that I've gone all in with the program, meaning that I followed it completely, with minor tweaks and exceptions, but that I really had that all-in mindset. And this is the second time. The first time I did it, I was part of the test group and I was extremely motivated by that. But the other times I've started it, I will be honest, I did not have the all-in mindset. And so I did not get the results I didn't get as dramatic of results as I wanted. And most importantly, this time that I did gut protocol, it reminded me how amazing you feel when you truly go all in with this program. My energy was through the roof. I am so much more positive. I'm more motivated during my work hours. I feel incredible. And most importantly, I'm really feeling like this is something that feels like a true lifestyle. Like I can keep it up and keep going with, a few more indulgences and exceptions in the future. So I'm feeling incredible, and I wanted to share my top 3 tips because someone in our accountability group asked, I tend to start a meal plan or a nutrition plan, maybe this is you, and then I fall off by like day 4. And I wanted to come on and give you some tips to help mitigate that, because there's a mix of things. This is a mindset and it's some tactical suggestions that are gonna help you. So the number one thing, and this is a mindset thing, is you need to know your why. Why are you doing this program? And as I said, that I've done the program 4 or 5 times now, but I've only truly gone all in twice. And that was because I had a big why. So the why needs to be something that's actually fairly urgent. It feels like it's something that's happening in the near future. And it also has to feel really important to you. So my first time I did it, I was really motivated by being in the test group, getting to do the program before everyone else. I've been a BODi partner for 8 years. I'm an elite partner. That's why I got the opportunity to do that. And I knew that by me really taking the program seriously, I was going to be able to show people what was possible. I also knew that it was going to help my business, right? And I am motivated and wanted to, show people what was possible so that they would build trust with me and want to join me to do gut protocol, because I do what I say I'm going to do. And that is one of the things I pride myself in as a coach. And when you join someone and you see them, you want them to have gotten the results that you want, right? So I knew that I had to do that, and I did. So that really motivated me. I'd also gained weight over the holidays, so it was good timing. The other times I started, it was usually post-summer, and I just wasn't really willing to make all the exceptions. I still wanted to drink my coffee with my creamer. I still wanted alcohol, and I was like, and then it was so easy to make excuses when it came up. So knowing your why, this time, I'm on a mission to get in the best shape of my life as a runner this year and to PR in the marathon. And I know that fueling my body well is going to get me there. So my why this time was way stronger. I'd also gained weight over the holidays again, and that helped me motivate me. So what is your more urgent why? And going along with this, I encourage you to, again, maybe think of something, maybe it's a little more on the superficial side, and that's okay, right? It's like a trip coming up, or wanting to, but then you also want to think about that big picture. So as I've gone along in the program, I've strengthened my why by educating myself. So in addition to knowing why you're doing this and why you're starting, I want you to educate yourself, whether that's reading a book about why gut health is important, listening to podcasts about it, doing some research about why your gut biome and your gut flora have so much to do with your long-term health, your digestion, your energy, your sleep, all of those things. We watched the documentary, what was it called? Oh my gosh, I can't remember it. We watched a documentary during this program about halfway in, when it felt like it was going to be the hardest part of the program. And that really solidified it. It was you are what you eat. And that watching the documentary got me even more fired up to continue this and to keep doing it. So educate yourself along the way, because that's going to solidify your why. When you know why you're eating these kind of quality foods and you learn more about how our current food, the way that we currently eat, most Americans eat, is really not healthy and not supporting your long-term health. It solidifies your why and why you want to do it more. Number 2, this is the tactical part, preparing and planning. It is crucial when you first get the program. I had a girl this time, she had never done the portion containers before. She had never done a program from Beachbody, and it felt a little bit overwhelming to her. And so I really had to coach her on it's gonna take more time and planning in these first few days. So just making sure that you're setting aside time, like if you're gonna start on a Monday, making sure that you're mentally preparing for that weekend to spend a significant amount of time figuring out what you're gonna eat. I provide in my groups an exact meal plan. I will tell you exactly what I ate in week 1. I even have it in like this color-coded spreadsheet. I'm a spreadsheet person, maybe you're a pen and paper person, but what I did the first time was I actually planned out my entire week, and it was, I would repeat the foods that I was eating. So like breakfast was always the same. And then I had certain meals, and I would make sure I had some leftovers with those meals so that it wasn't so overwhelming. I tried to keep things really simple. So, you know, maybe a protein, 2 veggies, and a carb at dinner. That's like, I know that I'm having that, and that's pretty easy, right? I can make sweet potatoes, I could have like chicken, and then I could have butternut squash and Brussels sprouts or something. Super easy. Or I could make one of the recipes from the cookbook, but I recommend just limiting it to like 1 or 2 recipes from the cookbook in the first week and just keeping it simple. And then making sure that you're planning it all out. And then what I just did was I just executed. I would look at my little spreadsheet. I said what I was supposed to eat, and I would just eat it. And it was that simple, and I didn't overcomplicate it. And I made sure that I was adding spices and flavors that I enjoyed so that I wasn't like not liking it. But I just kept it simple, and I took the emotion out of what I was eating, and I was just like, I'm gonna follow this, and I did. And that's how, another thing with that same planning and preparing is usually by the end of the first week, you're eating so many vegetables that you're gonna need to go to the grocery store again. So just planning to go to the grocery store on Thursday night or Friday, and you will actually find that you're spending less money on eating out, on coffee, on alcohol, on that kind of stuff. So even though you're going to the grocery store again, you're buying things that are actually pretty affordable, because whole foods are super affordable. They're way better than processed snacks. So those are my 2 tips, is the plan and the prepare, so that the worst thing you can happen is you get really, really, you know, you're hungry and you go to the fridge and there's nothing prepared for you to eat, right? So you just like totally go off plan because there's nothing there. There's not a piece of fruit. There's not, you know, whatever it is, almonds, or there's not like a soup. Like I like to have a soup or a chili or some kind of leftovers in the fridge at all times for my energy balls, something that I could eat and I don't have to worry about whether it's on plan or not. Same goes for when you're eating out. I have all these tips in my group if you end up joining me. The last thing is the accountability. So massive accountability. Both times that I did this, I really leaned into the accountability. So the first time I wasn't doing it with any of my customers, I was just doing it with the other coaches from BODi who were selected. And I made sure that I was in constant communication in our accountability group, which was in the same app I run my groups in. And I was making sure I was doing that. I was also publicly holding myself accountable by sharing the entire journey on my Instagram. You can go to Fitness Fatale Instagram, and you can go to Gut Protocol, and you actually see all of it if you want, as I went through the first time. And that's what I did the first time. This time, again, I knew I needed to. And luckily, 2 of my close friends were doing the program too, and another of their friends. So we had a text chat. I also had a small group on Facebook, a small group chat with the women who joined me for 4-week Gut Protocol this time. So we were checking in there. I also had my BOD group, and in my BOD group, we did a nightly like food check-in if you want, and in the group. But the most important thing about the accountability is A, you're telling someone you're accountable. B, like you're telling someone your goals. You're going through it with people who understand. They understand that you're making a change, that it's gonna be hard, you're gonna have struggles. They're sharing recipes, they're sharing encouragement, they're showing up and doing it. Like when I see my friends share their lunch, I'm like, okay, I can do this, or I get ideas about it. So having accountability is key, and you really need that. So I hope this was helpful and you're gonna feel amazing. I encourage you to not be afraid to do it, because it's gonna be something that literally can change your life. It can change the lives of the people around you by default, because your kids are gonna be eating healthier, your husband's gonna be eating healthier. And yes, the recipes are good. They're gonna enjoy the food too. So don't worry about that, because I know it's a huge concern. So I hope that this was helpful. And if you do wanna join one of my 4-week Gut Protocol support groups, please email me at fitnessfataleblog@gmail.com, go to fitnessfatale.com, or fill out the form on this video. And I would love to support you and encourage you and give you all the guidance and resources that I have and help you feel incredible. All right, thanks.